Hello everyone, this is Randy here again, another episode of Farming Simulator 15. And we are playing on the old family farm on the RDL multiplayer server. Just myself on again today, at the moment anyway. And unfortunately we do have another field that withered on us, so... going to go cultivate that under. No, I probably should have gone the other way. Oh well. Yes, field 8 here, withered, unfortunately. I'll just double check that before I do. It looks like it is withered, but yes, field 8. Want to be cultivating any crops that are good yet under, obviously. Yeah, one thing that would be nice at this point would definitely be a bigger cultivator, seeing as how we got a tractor that can probably actually pull a bigger one. And I don't believe there's any crops ready at this point to actually harvest, so we are in the process of replanting one field. Looked like a hired worker was going on it. Probably find a way to do this realistically so I don't have to drive through the hedges. Yeah, turning radius on this tractor isn't the greatest. Probably somewhat obvious, but... just double check here, no other fields are ripe at this point, I don't believe. Yeah, fields 1, 4, and 10 are being replanted. 11, 12, and 13 are planted. Looks like canola, and that one is corn. I've been planting a lot of canola recently for some reason. I'm not sure why, but... yeah, got a lot of canola lately. And then we also have... I don't believe I showed you guys this last episode. I have. If we tab through the vehicles, yes, we do have the front end loader John Deere. The 6810 with a front loader on it. And obviously we still have the 6810 without the front loader. This one's got the 3-point hitch on the front. So are you done, or what field? This is number 7. Interesting, I'm just wondering why he's sitting in the middle of the field here. That's kind of odd. We'll just pull him out of here a minute, I guess. And you can replant number 2. Canola, I think we need something different for a change. Let's do wheat. And I think that's... oh, wait, we did get 2 tippers. Or no, 1 tipper. Yes, 1 tipper. The green... oh, tippers. We got that one tipper now instead of the Brantner. The Brantoner. Now the AgroLiner, which is, ooh, minus 5%. Probably still can't afford it, so well. A little bit of lag that always makes this tractor relatively hard to control. I think it's especially noticeable with the articulated tractors. Oh, looks like I need to be over a little more. Yeah, I can't see that end of the tractor, so I can't really tell how close I am to the edge there. Apparently not close enough. yeah, so far I think the Hero Bits here has been proven a good choice for farm here. Gives us a little bit more, obviously, powerful tractor. Makes it a little bit easier to, cultivate with, plant with, anything we want to do with this tractor. It definitely doesn't struggle too much with any of the work we throw at it. Yeah, for cultivating on this side of the tractor, I don't have any issues. I can see out the front of it, but can't really see what would be this side of the tractor from in the cab very well. Too much stuff in the way. That definitely became a thing, I would say, in the recent years. Higher visibility cabs on tractors. Yeah, we'll get a little headline going across here. That'll make it a little easier to turn around. And I can kind of sort of stay out of them shrubs a little bit. Guess that kind of look like berry bushes. I'm not sure if that's what they actually are or not. Kind of looks like, what, blueberry. And probably the other ones are maybe raspberry. That's what it looks like to me anyway. Yeah, this cultivator actually almost looks a little too small for this tractor. Just barely wide enough for the wheelbase. And it does look a little weird too because of the 3-point hitch. It actually holds the front end of this cultivator up a little too much. I think I mentioned that once before already. Probably what should be happening when you lower this, the 3-point hitch should be lowering as well. And actually, if you look here, it's just not working right. It's actually moving that third point there. If I lower it here, watch that third point on the top. That's going down, or out, or going out and down, rather than the 3-point linkage itself going up and down, what should really be happening. But anyway, yeah, something's not quite right there in my opinion. Okay, what happened to my mouse? Ah, there we go. Mouse got stuck there for a moment. I'm not sure what was up with that. And yes, I'm sure before someone points it out, I am aware that the planter we have can do no-till. Seems like somebody always likes to point that out. You do know, that your planter can do no-till, right? You don't have to cultivate. Like there's always somebody that wants to point that out to me. And yeah, in some cases I'm not aware of it. Modded cultivator, or modded planter, I should say. But at least in the in-game equipment, I'm well aware that that planter can plant without having to cultivate first. And we'll read a couple comments here while we're going up and down the field. Actually, we're almost done going up and down the field. So I think we pretty much destroyed the hedge around this field. Anyway, Ross was saying he just finished watching episode 85 from FS 2013 on the Westbridge Hills. Says he laughed so hard when I hit the milk truck there. Oh, that's so far back I don't even remember doing that. But anyway, apparently I must hit the milk truck in episode 85 of my Westbridge Hills series. That goes way back. Watching some old videos there. Okay, what else do we need doing here? If it feels any cultivating, really. We can get some fertilizer going. And I did notice, we do have the solid manure spreader and the liquid manure spreader. Let's see once if we got enough of either one to maybe do that for a field. Some natural fertilizer down. Let's see, that doesn't really look like it's cleaning it. There we go, now it is. Gage was saying from my Idaho series there, I should rent the Case 620 quad track. That would actually probably be a really good idea for the disc ripper. He was saying maybe we'll have to do that next episode. Or maybe get like 2 disc rippers and we'll have one on each. Oh, nice to see this actually cleans the dual wheels too yet. 2013, that was always an issue that I remember seeing every now and then with tractors, the washable tractors. You have a washable tractor, it had duals on it like this tractor does. And by duals, I mean they're, separate. You can take them on and off. The duals oftentimes would not wash properly if they were on the tractor. Sometimes you'd have to take them off and, try to wash them while they're in like this thing, or sometimes they'd have to wash them on the tractor. And yeah, just generally did not wash properly. Nice to see the Curobits here actually does wash properly. Okay. I want you. Are you done? Thinking not. Bet you missed this little part over here. Yes, you did. Oops, that's a tree. Okay, and we'll just rehire him. We're done. We'll get you restarted here on planting number 8 that we just finished cultivating. Oh, and I missed just a little bit. Well, doesn't really matter. Okay, hopefully that's good enough there. That should work. Okay, let's see what we got for liquid manure or solid manure. 17,000 liquid. That's probably actually enough to do a small field, maybe. And manure, 4,000. Yeah, that's not much. We actually have 14 sheep. I did not know that. And 30 cows. Yeah, so we do have 30 cows. Doing pretty good on them. Don't recall. I don't believe I purchased the sheep or chickens, so not realize we had those. Okay, let's grab. Was it the dudes that had it? It was. We actually got some in here yet too. I'm assuming by the fact that it was that field there that that field is done. I'm just assuming anyway. And we'll just sneak between the tractor and combine here. Let me see. What point was that? This here? Well, it's definitely a solid object, that's for sure. Yes, that is the refill point. I rather thought it was. $8,000. Excellent. Probably means we actually have enough for another tank then yet if we need one. Yes, we'll go to field 8 here. I'm not sure if any other fields are going to be done yet. We'll have to check those. Actually, technically, field 8 probably doesn't need it now that I think of it. Because it was not harvested, if there was fertilizer applied to it before anyway, it should not need to be refertilized. Just check here. Oh, it does need to be refertilized. Okay. I'm assuming it must not have been fertilized before then. As far as I know, the only thing that takes fertilizer off the field is harvesting. And technically, in real life, you would probably do this before you actually cultivated. So we're doing a little out of order here. Leg spike, leg spike. That was kind of an annoying time for a leg spike, right? As I'm trying, do the turn at the end of the field. You know what, let's just go to this side of the field here. You kind of have to go right where the planter is, pretty much. Try to maximize the width of this a little bit here so I don't waste too much. This is definitely one of those situations where the GPS mod comes in handy because you can't see the width of this real well. Whereas, GPS mod, you can actually see the width much, much better. Gonna have enough to finish the field. I don't quite think so. Nope, and we're out. Okay, so we're going to need just a little more crap here to finish this field with. I'll have to see once maybe we'll have to get the dry fertilizer spreader out to do some of the rest of these fields here. If they need it anyway. That was a badly executed turn. Try that again. Okay, and back to the comments. Richard was asking, I have two questions for you. What is the usage of the back blade? And he was asking, are you a real farmer? Or just a mechanic, kind of? And he was asking that on my blade repair video there I did. The back blade for the tractor there is primarily used for leveling material, you know, dirt, gravel, driveways, that type of thing. And actually selling that blade, buyer wanted the slop taken out of the back portion of there where it pivots. Not, yeah, not my blade. I was just fixing it on behalf of somebody, so. And as for the question, am I a real farmer? No, I am not a real farmer. Just stick to the virtual farming. Much safer that way. Okay, looks like this field needs to be fertilized yet, so we'll do that as well. At least with what we have left, anyway. And then Delcom commented here on the back blade repair video as well. Said he was looking at the jerry cans, the fuel cans sitting there. As you were grinding and welding, I was wondering why. Says I'm a brave person for doing that. Yes, for those who didn't notice in the corner there, there's a couple of fuel cans. Bonus points if anybody can tell me what's in the yellow fuel cans. Delcom had it right, by the way. He did leave it in the comments as to what it was, but I'm assuming most people could probably guess the red fuel can is gas, but what the yellow fuel can typically be used for. And then of course there should actually be a blue fuel can as well. Yeah, I didn't have one of those sitting there, but there's actually 3 common colors that are used for fuel cans. You got your red one, your blue ones, and your yellow ones. I guess the colors are supposed to help keep your separate fuels separate, I guess. Separate types. Yeah, apparently Delcom didn't think it was a good idea to be welding and grinding on the blade there with the fuel can so close. And technically, I know the video doesn't really show it well. The fuel cans actually weren't that close. They were probably a good 10-15 feet away. And all the sparks and stuff I was grinding was actually going the opposite direction of them. So, let's see, do we have any more left? Probably just a little bit. Oh, actually 5,000 yet. Ooh, that's quite a bit. Maybe we'll finish this field, maybe. Okay, back to reading the comments again while we're going up and down the field here again. Yeah, I responded back to Delcom and actually told him, the fuel cans are empty. Actually, all 4 of the big... No, it's a 5... Yeah, 5... Yeah, I think it's 4 or 5. I forget how many fuel cans are sitting there again. Yeah, it should be 5 of them. All 5 of the big cans are actually empty at the time I was doing that, so... But yeah, Delcom responded back and says, to be honest, those are actually the worst, and he's actually correct on that point. Although, for as long as what they've been empty, I'm not sure it would matter. And yeah, the reason the empty fuel can is the worst is because the fumes actually build up inside the can. And the fumes are what actually are explosive. Delcom kind of put it this way. Has something to do with air particulation. Oh man, not quite enough to finish the field. Bummer, look at that. Just a little bit. 97, yeah, it's probably not going to be enough to finish the field. Oh well. Well, I'll have to get the dry fertilizer spreader, I guess. Ooh, excellent. Full 2 yet. Makes it easy. I don't even have to go fill it. Oh, I think we just hit a growth stage, too. Makes it harder to tell where I have and haven't fertilized here. There we go. That should do it. Actually, this field needs to be replanted yet from the looks of it. Or does it? No, this field's planted, isn't it? Kind of hard to tell. When you look at the texture, I should stop this before I waste all my fertilizer. The texture like this almost looks like from a distance it's been harvested. It actually is growing. This field, yes. Planted wheat on this field. Just confused there by the fact there's an empty spot there. I'm not sure what was up with that. Yeah, for those of you that really freak out about gas cans out there and gas tanks, you guys should look up gas tank welding. Now that looks a bit crazy to me. I mean, I know the science behind it, and I've seen it actually done, but it still seems a little bit crazy in my opinion. And by gas tank welding, I'm actually talking, like MIG or arc welding, that type of welding, where you actually take a gas tank that is full of gas, or relatively full of gas, and you actually weld it while the gas is in it. Bit of some crazy stuff there, that's for sure. Okay. Probably check and make sure this big field over here is fertilized, because that would be a large crop loss if it wasn't. That looks like it is fertilized. Yes, it is. Okay. And then we'll check our next big field here, 10, 4, and 1. Anyway, like I was saying about the gas tank welding there, for those of you who think that that's crazy, it's actually safer to weld a gas tank with gas in it than it is to weld an empty tank. That sounds like completely backwards, but supposedly that is the case. You know, there's some basic science and reasoning behind it. It basically all comes down to the fumes. Or as Delcom put it there, a particulation. Not sure if that's actually technically the right word or not, but I get what he's talking about there, so. Once the fuel's been vaporized, basically. Anyway, folks, looking at the time, looks like it's time to wrap up the episode. So if you folks have any comments or questions, be sure to leave them below. And as always, thanks for watching, and until next time.